Frustration has begun to boil over among the Rangers support, with growing unrest surrounding developments at Ibrox prompting a strong reaction from fans. In recent days, calls for the club to step in and address the situation have gathered momentum as supporters make their feelings known both online and around the stadium. What began as a simmering concern has quickly escalated into a full-blown talking point within the Rangers community, with many demanding clarity, accountability, and decisive action from those in charge. As debate intensifies and emotions run high, the controversy has placed the spotlight firmly on events at Ibrox and how the club chooses to respond. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. The Rangers Fan Advisory Board and Rangers Supporters Association have slammed Police Scotland for their handling of Sunday's Old Firm derby. Chaos began even before the game started as Celtic fans, without tickets, were able to storm Ibrox and gain entry, while post-match scenes saw both sets of supporters make their way onto the pitch and clash with each other. Those two moments form part of the criticism of police, as does further mocking of the Ibrox disaster, and a lack of segregation on Helen Street before the game, which the group say placed their fans in danger. Greater Glasgow Chief Superintendent Emma Croft has been mentioned in the statement for claiming she was happy with how it was policed, and Rangers as a club have been called upon to act robustly. The statement says, "The Rangers Fan Advisory Board and the Rangers Supporters Association are deeply concerned with the handling of Sunday's Old Firm game by Police Scotland, which we consider to have been wholly inadequate and which created unnecessary risks for our fans that should have been avoided. We are appalled that visiting supporters were allowed to storm the turnstiles before the match, not for the first time, then later to invade the pitch in reaction to events on it, with little or no attempt made to stop it, also not for the first time. Our fans were also placed in danger before and after the match by a chronic lack of segregation on Helen Street. This failure in basic matchday planning contributed to heightened tensions around the stadium as opposition supporters were allowed to walk and gather freely in the area where Rangers fans had been asked to park. Police Scotland's Greater Glasgow Chief Superintendent Emma Croft is marking her own homework when she describes her satisfaction with their matchday operation. More disturbing was the abhorrent mockery, yet again, of the Ibrox disaster, with the memory of our 66 desecrated by vile graffiti. The perpetrators emboldened to vandalize our stadium and its infrastructure with impunity. The failure of Police Scotland to act on Sunday, and the failure of Scotland's civic society to call out this repeated and shameful behaviour from across our game, is a disgrace. It would not happen in Liverpool or Manchester. Collectively, we call on Rangers to take robust, decisive and public action in defence of our club. The handling of this fixture, from ticketing and allocation decisions to policing arrangements, fell far below an acceptable standard and breached an expected duty of care. Our support cannot be expected to tolerate repeated failures that compromise safety and dignity. We will never apologise for protecting the well-being of Rangers fans and will continue to work with the club, ensuring there can be no repeat of the events we witnessed in the build-up and aftermath of Sunday's fixture. In other news, Rangers are increasingly keen to explore the possibility of turning Mikey Moore's temporary stay at Ibrox into something more permanent following an impressive and influential loan spell in Glasgow. The young Tottenham attacker has made a strong impression since arriving in Glasgow, not only through his direct contributions in front of goal, but also through the energy, creativity, and attacking thrust he has provided in Danny Roll's revitalised side. Moore has registered 5 goals and 2 assists during his time in Scotland, but the numbers only tell part of the story. His overall influence on Rangers' attacking play has been evident in both performances and statistical metrics, underlining why the club are eager to keep him beyond the end of the current campaign. Indeed, Moore has quickly established himself as one of the most exciting performers in the squad during Rangers' resurgence under Roll. His pace, willingness to take on defenders, and ability to operate across the forward line have made him a valuable weapon for the German manager, particularly during a period in which the team has rediscovered momentum domestically. It is understood that the player himself would be open to continuing his development north of the border, with reports suggesting he has enjoyed his experience in Scotland. Conversations have reportedly taken place regarding the possibility of reaching a pre-agreement with Tottenham that could allow Rangers to retain the youngster on a longer-term basis. However, any such deal would come with significant conditions attached. Tottenham are believed to be determined to protect the long-term value of one of their most highly regarded academy graduates. As part of any potential arrangement, the Premier League club would likely demand a substantial sell-on clause and the option of first refusal should Rangers attempt to move Moore on in the future. The forward committed his future to Tottenham as recently as August 2025, signing a new long-term contract shortly after completing his move to Ibrox on loan. While the club did not publicly confirm the precise length of the agreement, it was described as a long-term deal. Given FIFA regulations limiting contract durations to a maximum of 5 years, the expectation is that Moore is tied to the North London side until at least the summer of 2030. That contractual security means Tottenham remain firmly in control of the player's future. The club view Moore as a prized academy asset, having developed him since he first joined their youth system at the age of 7. As a result, there is currently little indication that Spurs are prepared to sanction a permanent departure. Tottenham youth expert John Wenham, who runs the widely followed Lily White Rose account on X, believes the likelihood of Spurs allowing Moore to leave on a full-time basis is extremely slim. I'm sure while Rangers would love to make it permanent, and all I am hearing is Mikey has absolutely loved that loan spell, I don't see Tottenham authorising a permanent exit at all, Wenham explained. While that stance could prove a significant obstacle for Rangers, it does not entirely rule out the possibility of Moore continuing his development at Ibrox. Wenham suggested that a further loan deal could be feasible under the right circumstances. In particular, Rangers' ambitions in the Scottish Premiership could play a decisive role. Should Roll's side go on to secure the league title and qualify for the Champions League group stage, Tottenham may view another season in Glasgow as a beneficial environment for the young attacker's progression. Regular first-team football at a high level, combined with the experience of European competition, could provide the ideal platform for Moore to continue refining his game before eventually returning to North London. For Rangers, that scenario would represent a major boost. Moore has become an important figure in their attacking structure, and the prospect of retaining him, even temporarily, would strengthen their squad significantly ahead of another demanding campaign. The task now facing the Ibrox hierarchy is to convince Tottenham that extending Moore's stay in Scotland represents the best step for his development. If Rangers can continue their upward trajectory and secure Champions League football, they may yet persuade the Premier League side that another year at Ibrox is the right move for one of their most promising young talents. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.